Hello and well, this is Road Blasters on the Xbox on Midway Treasures Arcade, released in 1987. I'm pretty sure this game is one of the well-known classic video games of a nice little race 'em shoot 'em type thing. I like to call it Outrun with a gun, basically. And let's get to it then, shall we? We'll start at Bubble City. Quite an addicting racing game too. Car game, should I say. It does feel like Outrun in terms of the drawback distance, the graphical alignment of it. Also, it feels really natural. Controls are just fine. It's a shame that this game doesn't really have any music in terms of its levels. It's just drive and shoot, and there you go. And I don't mind that, that's really good for this game, but it does get really increasingly challenging as you... Oh, there we go, shot by the turrets. Who from Star Wars left that there? Gotcha. I'm happy it's got music in it though. Every now and again I'm always like forgetting, does it have music? Does it not have music? No. Nice. Every now and again that comes down, you get a special weapon. It can be a shield or it can be a cannon or super speed, I think. By the way, this game can get really addicting because you just really want to beat the levels on it. And for those of you that have actually played this game and completed this, how on earth did you manage to do that on any arcades? How on earth? Because this game does get brutally hard later on. It makes you wonder that, you know, because these games were released on the arcade first, when they're ported to like on disc, it makes you wonder, you know, because on disc video games you get unlimited lives as such, unlimited credits. But in the arcade, people are spending their money to actually play this game and get really far on it. For those of you that have actually done that, oh, I salute you, big time I do. Arcades were the thing back in the 80s. As much so they were in the 90s as well, but I wish I would have been to the arcades a lot more during my childhood. I was just mostly into the video games on the hardware, on the systems. But thankfully, you can actually buy arcade systems now with arcade port cabinets, which is going to be good. And hopefully, I won't have to maintain them too well, so they're all going to work really well in my room. Or I can have them in my garage and have a nice little arcade garage room, and I can just have it for whoever wants to come around and play. Because one of my mates who I know has actually got his own arcade. I forgot what game he's got on it for. Have that for super speed. I love how also you play in different levels on this. The background changes a lot. Adds a different feel that you're playing somewhere else rather than just the same stage all the time. And you get a lot more mines in the road, which causes a lot of stress. Yes, that's boogieing. Nice, I'm doing really well. Let's say this, pretend we're in New Zealand right now, shall we? It's nice and greeny over here. Oops, sorry about that, mate. I had to shoot you. You're in my way. I know you're a little pedestrian on a motorcycle, but come on. I've got a massive gun here. And I'm going to take all of you down if you don't get out of my way. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. That's it. For those of you that remember this game, if you played it, yeah, tell me your experiences on it. Did you really enjoy it? Because I really do enjoy this game. I love the challenge. Oh, no. Shame. Starting again, come on. Picking up where we left off, hopefully. So yeah, it just reminds me of Outrun, this game does. Although Outrun's an all-time classic in the car game. Yeah, just racing against time. But in this one, you're racing against your own fuel as well as time. You've got to rely on your own skill as well of evading and hand-to-hand coordination in terms of your shooting. Mines. No. Done. Wunderbar. That is wunderbar. Alright, now let's say we're in Japan, shall we? Did any of you watch the football this weekend? Yeah, I watched it. The match I watched first was the Arsenal versus Manchester City match. Well, I didn't actually watch it. I just watched the BBC scores of it. I heard that Chelsea beat Swansea, and there was all sorts of other thrashings. You know, if you're British and you're into your football, yeah, let me know what you thought of the Premier League scores as well. I think the Premier League has gotten a bit down. You know, football in general for me, it just feels like it's all money grabbing now. I feel like a lot of passion's sort of gone out of it. I mean, a lot of footballers seem to be interested in it's just the money this, money that, money this, money that, instead of the actual game itself. Have you seen the cost of how much it costs for players these days now? Don't get me wrong, if I was like asked if I wanted to join the Premier League football or even the Championship football, and I was going to get paid at least that much of money a week. Some of them are 125,000 a week. That's a lot of money in your back pocket, jolly body. I wouldn't really say no, but at the same time, I wouldn't be interested in the money. Myself, speaking personally though, on a personal level, I wouldn't really be interested in the money. Just the passion of the football, of the sport. Happy, you know, all those fans there cheering me on and everything. Going through that frustration when you're not playing properly. But it also support you when you're not playing too well to try and get you in that shape of mind. Yeah, I'd love to be a Premier League footballer. But I say Premier League, I'll say ultimately, but I'd like to start out in the mini divisions like Division 1, Division 2, then the Championship. At least many players there play for the actual club rather than just playing for the money. I prefer football players who play for their club, not the money. Those are the footballers I really, really like. Like Steven Gerrard, for example. He's been at Liverpool for a long, long, long time. And he's not going anywhere. At least I hope not, because I really do like him as a footballer. You know, his loyalty to his club is amazing. Unlike many other football players who just leave because they want to get more money. I'm pretty sure many footballers' names can come into that. I hate it when that happens. I'm just sick of their attitude. Oh, because I want more money. Like as if you don't get enough already. You know, you're getting over 70 grand a week and you want to go for more money? I mean, it's understandable if you want to leave and play for a different club in a different country. That's alright. But, you know, what type of football is it? Are you in the money, or are you just doing it for the club, or you want a change of pace? The majority of footballers, you know, they're divers anyway. Back in the olden days, you take a knock from a footballer, you get back up. The only thing that'll keep you down is a broken leg. These days, you knock them and they just fall over holding their face. What's that about? What's all that about? Honestly, footballers these days get on my nerves. Can't stand them. Well, I'm liking the look of this one. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get where I'm coming from when it comes to footballers. How notoriously childlike they can be on the field. Oh, it's really annoying, those. Sorry, I don't mean to rant on, but I'm happy I did actually, just a little bit. I mean, watching the World Cup, that was alright. I'm not really into the World Cup, so I wasn't really bothered by the results of who won and who lost. But the things about the World Cup, I like watching the underdog teams. You know, the teams that you don't really expect to do well. Teams that hardly ever make it to the finals. Or in the last 16, you know, those type of teams. I like rooting for them. And a couple of teams actually did do surprisingly good. Yeah, it was surprising this World Cup of 2014. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm going to call it virtual quits there, my fellow gaming minions. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this game, Road Blasters. I really enjoyed having my little rant about, football, Premier League football and football in general. Yeah. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Hope I didn't bore you too much. And you take good care of yourselves, my fellow video gaming minions, and may retro gaming live on. Thank you for watching.